Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about layoffs in Silicon Valley. And, we've said before that, the economy is kind of a cleansing fire, getting rid of a lot of jobs that were, and a lot of people that really weren't necessary to the company. But in a lot of cases, a lot of these companies, Twitter and Facebook, etc., hire people, overpay them, and they don't actually make them work. There was a lot of bloat. I mean, Elon Musk came into Twitter and almost immediately got rid of a bunch of people because
it still worked.
It still functions kind of.
Mostly. I mean, mostly they dick in with stuff on the back end. But anyway.
So we're going to talk about someone who got gone from Meta, and it turns out that she was there for the better part of a year, making almost $200,000 a year. And basically all she was doing was watching training videos and taking meetings. She really didn't do anything.
But she didn't complain about it because she was still getting almost $200,000 a year to do nothing.
Yeah, she's basically like, hey, this is great. But I mean, that's one person. Now, how many of the 10,000 people or whatever that Facebook laid off were people like this that were getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to do nothing? Wouldn't that be cool?
That would be cool, actually. I think all of us would agree that, hey, here's $190,000. You just have to go through a couple trainings and do nothing. You'd be like, hell yeah, sign me up. So let's talk about this. And this is the end of it. This is the end of it. Between Silicon Valley Bank and all these tech companies laying people off, you're going to have to perform if you want to keep your job working in tech. Like it used to be.
Like it used to be.
Other jobs require you to do.
All right, so before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. Guys, almost 300,000 subs. Woo-hoo! Thank you so much for the support. We've been talking a lot about tech lately because it does intersect with the entertainment business, because movies and TV and tech have all congealed together, right? It's all kind of...
That sounds nasty.
Part of this goo.
But there's consent.
Anyway, former Meta recruiter claims she got paid $190,000 a year to do nothing amid company layoffs. We weren't expected to hire anybody for the first 6 months, even the first year. So she put this video on TikTok, of course, not on Facebook, and we're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna react to it. This is kind of crazy.
What did we do all day? That is a great question. When I was working at Meta and I was a recruiter and we weren't expected to hire anybody for the first 6 months, even the first year. This is something they tell you when you start.
So wait, you knew ahead that you wouldn't have to hire anybody?
Perfect. I'm just going to ride this out for a year. Obviously, I didn't make that, but So what do you do all day? You're learning. They have a really amazing onboarding and training. The best onboarding and training I've seen.
So you get paid $190,000 and
it could have been better, but
and
it
you
was
get free
still
training.
very thorough. The expectations when you start is really that you're just learning and taking it all in because you're drinking from a fire hose. I hate that. I hate that phrase so much. But the most that we did, this is the crazy part, is we had so many team meetings. Why are we meeting? We're not hiring nobody. Just to hear how everybody else wasn't hiring anybody. And also, I was on a team where everybody was new, so none of us were hiring anybody. We were all just trying to figure out things. None of us knew the answers.
So you're having meetings about doing nothing and then talking about how none of you are hiring anybody because you're all new.
Shit, pretty much. That was nice. I miss those days.
So, but I can tell you though, you worked in corporate, and how many times did you have meetings about meetings, and that for no point? Nothing got done.
I actually called it out. I worked for this marketing agency for a while, and it was very, very kind of tech, Silicon Valley minded, because they dealt a lot with tech. And I was like, why are we having more meetings per week than we're spending actually doing the work? Like my job was, so basically the unspoken rule, and I was a project manager. The unspoken rule was, you spend your 40-hour work week taking meetings, and then you're supposed to make up the time elsewhere to get your workload done.
Right. So it was pointless, and then this is a way to get you to work more hours.
Yes.
And it's in this case, she only got 6 months, but she was getting paid $190,000 a year. So roughly $95,000 or something like that. Just to sit there and take meetings about meetings with a bunch of people who weren't allowed to hire anyway. And there's a hiring freeze at the time. So if there's a hiring freeze, why the hell would they hire her and other people like her to be there?
God.
And then they just lay them off in 6 months or whatever.
Oh, she got fired. Okay.
She got fired. Okay.
Yeah. In a follow-up video, she shared why she got fired from Meta after she first started working there in September 2021. According to Maddie, when her TikTok video about the company's benefits package went viral, people who worked at the company reached out to her and said that they loved it. However, Maddie said that Meta wasn't too pleased about the content on her account, as she claimed she later got a write-up for posting her story about how challenging her job could be. So wait, your job is challenging, you're complaining about it, and then you're like, yeah, we got paid to like do nothing.
Yeah, which is it?
She claimed that while she stopped talking specifically about Meta, the company later went through 20 of her TikTok videos and asked her if they thought they were appropriate. She said that she then decided to quit a day before she was fired. As of the 17th of March, Maddie's videos have more than 210,000 views.
That's not really a lot. And it's TikTok. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
You were better to stay at Facebook and get paid to do nothing.
TikTok users in the comments began poking fun at her time at Meta. See, I wouldn't have been telling anyone I wasn't doing work. Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of, just take the money and
Just
if they were going
shut
to
your
pay
mouth.
you to sit there and just take trainings, maybe they wanted you to do trainings for 6 months to know what you were doing before you were allowed to move on, and you're right there, and then you got fired. Or maybe she knew that she was going to have to work. Hey.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't have been telling anyone I wasn't doing work. Getting paid $109,000 to do nothing is wild. While Third wrote team meetings, God blocked my damn calendar so I could have a day without meetings. That is actually true. I know at the one company in particular, that I was probably in meetings 4 or 5 hours per day out of what was supposed to be an 8-hour or 9-hour work day. So by the time you get ready for the meeting, so you have like a half an hour, 45 minutes, you have to get ready for the meeting, take the meeting, and then they do a meeting after the meeting, like a post-meeting meeting.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes you did a meeting before the meeting to be ready for the meeting, and then you had the post-meeting.
Right. And it literally was a person's job there to keep track of all the meetings. So I think that's why we had so many meetings, to make sure that they got to keep their job. But the reality is that like I'm the project manager, one of the project managers. I'm supposed to make sure the shit gets done. So during which hours of the 40 to 50 hour work week I agreed to, am I supposed to actually get the work done? Because you only leave me like 10 or 15 hours left to get work done. You're right. So,
but then to be fair, this place billed their clients for those meetings.
Yes.
So they kept having these meetings, pointless meetings, so they could bill them for more meetings.
Yep. Other people expressed how they could relate. I had the same experience for 4 months. Easiest paycheck ever. Same here. I was making a lot of money at Amazon and didn't hire anyone. Collected an $80,000 sign-on and volunteer severance. Okay, this is coming to an end, guys. Just so you know. Like, this is never going to happen again.
I can't believe it happened in the first place. I want to know where these jobs were, because
Silicon Valley,
apparently,
where the funny money flowed. So what's going on is we have a lot of people that are fresh out of college thinking this is what working is. They think you go get your job at Twitter and you have your spa day, and then you get to sit around for 6 or 8 months, not do anything, but take meetings and get paid almost $200,000 a year. I mean, what the actual hell? Earlier in the week, Zuckerberg announced that more than 10,000 people were let go from Facebook, and Meta would also be leaving 5,000 empty jobs unfilled. The business magnate said at least some of those staff will be fired from Meta's recruiting team. And
what's the recruiting team thing? There's like a common thread here.
And indicated that others may be from non-engineering roles. So this is part of efficiency.
So while the engineers were actually doing the damn work, these recruiters sat on their thumbs, did nothing, got paid probably way more money.
Yes.
And then they're laying them off now.
Yeah. So this is a very common. I mean, we're seeing this all over the place. We're seeing way too many people. I mean, more people than necessary in like recruiting. I mean, seriously, how many people do you need in recruiting?
Especially if you're a company like Facebook, why do they even need recruiting though? Because, if they're not hiring and, and if you're Facebook, people are going to come apply for your jobs there no matter what. If you're a big company, people are going to apply there automatically. Why you need recruiting?
That's a damn good question. And then you're recruiting people and you're letting them sit on their ass for months, not doing anything, and paying them $200,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. I want to sit on my ass and get paid $200,000 a year. And then I can unzip my shirt real low and talk about it on camera.
There are websites for that. Yeah, you might actually get more than $200,000.
Okay, there you go. I'll do an OnlyFans where I just literally sit on my ass and people can give me money. I mean, I'll be clothed, but I'll make sure my shirt's zipped really low. Apparently that's key. And I'll talk about how I'm sitting on my ass doing nothing and getting paid all kinds of money. And then you can pay me more money and we'll call it a day.
Well, then you have to berate the people giving you money, because apparently that's a thing. Apparently the men, the simps that give these women ridiculous money like to be berated.
That's why they listen to our channel.
Yeah, they're like... it's.
They think that's what I do, and it's really not.
You're verbally stepping on their faces. Yes.
This still makes so much more sense now. Anyway. Should I give them something just to make them feel better?
Sure.
Get off your ass and do something. There you go. Not everybody. The ones I'm just talking to the ones who want me to yell at them and tell them to berate them.
And meanwhile, we've got people out there busting their asses for like $30,000, $40,000 a year.
Right, I know. It's so sad, and they're highly qualified, and they, and they're not, and then they're not getting anything, and they're not getting paid fairly, and then I sat on my ass and did trainings, and now I'm gonna complain about it on TikTok, so I got fired.
Oh my God!
I mean, I quit right before I got fired.
All right.
I really wasn't talking to everyone, just the people who wanted me to yell at them. I feel bad now.
Yeah, so put some money in the clownfish jar.
See, this is why I would be really bad at it, because I feel bad.
I don't feel bad. I yell at people and I don't feel bad.
Yeah, when I yell at you, and sometimes I feel bad. Sometimes I don't.
I can take it.
Sometimes I don't.
I can take it. All right, so we're going to wrap this up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.